Good afternoon, everyone. Self-custody and stablecoins are the safety net for businesses. Trust in banks is eroding. Hyperinflation is coming. Business need a safety net in the case their bank fails. We've seen recently with the SVB bank, and it's going to come over and over. Web3 finance solutions are numerous, including the stablecoins, and self-custody are part of the solutions the technology brings. We were mentioning just before, like Monerium. Monerium is one of the stablecoins that prevents all of this. So my name is Christophe. I'm one of the founding members at Request Finance. And Request Finance is a key enabler for crypto payment for enterprises. Since 2021, there we go. Since 2021, we've helped over 2,000 businesses processing over $350 now million of B2B payments, out of which 60% was in stablecoin. So that's the topic of the day. We wanted to share some insights about how self-custody and stablecoin can help shaping the future for enterprise payments. Now, we're going to address three topics. Stablecoin and self-custody can make enterprise more resilient to three critical challenges: inflation, bank failures, and emerging market risk. So we're going to tackle those three topics. First topic, inflation. Central banks around the world are desperately trying to fight the mess they've made with decades of low interest rates that turned into inflation. And inflation is a growing problem for businesses, and stablecoin can be one of the solutions. How? Since rising prices are always in domestic currencies, and the solution could be to hold more assets in a stronger currency, of course, or to spend or to extend the cost of your company in the lower currencies. So stablecoins can help businesses to circumvent inflation by switching your treasury to a stronger currency. I'm going to give you an example. Anyone can switch with their bank from Singapore dollar to dollar because of inflation on one side of the ocean. However, with stablecoin, with SGDX and USDC, it's instant and cost efficient. On the other side, if you want to lower the cost of your labor, you can spend your USDC paying contractors and vendors in their local currency in Argentinian pesos, for example. That's what some gaming development studio do, for example, at the moment. Second insight, bank failures. Bank failures are lethal for business continuity. That's an increasing concern for period of financial fragility, and stablecoin can help. Bank failures are often localized to one bank or to one country or to one jurisdiction. And then there is like cross-contamination that can go abroad, but originally it's always like one bank, one point of failure. You can circumvent this by opening plenty of bank accounts in several countries and jurisdictions. But it's impractical to keep opening bank accounts and monitoring bank accounts and making bank transfer from bank to bank. As a CFO in the industry, you want to have several bank accounts for security purpose or safety, but you don't want to have too many because it becomes a nightmare to manage. Now, stablecoin, and that's one thing that people do not really realize. When you deposit your money at the bank, you actually lend your money to the bank with no guarantee to get it back. In case of failure, even if the bank the money, as soon as the money goes to the bank, it's not yours anymore. Example, Silicon Valley Bank. Not everyone were able to withdraw all their funds. And try to withdraw all your funds from one bank one day. Even if you're an individual, your banker's gonna ask you questions like, why do you do this? Now, the link with the stablecoins is stablecoins are like backed by liquid reserves across diversified custodians. So, for example, Circle has several banks. This is why Circle did not collapse because of the collapse of SVB Bank, for example. And in this case, self-custody is key because even if the bank fails, you remain the owner of your asset. So the best practice we've observed with the CFOs of the industry that we work with is everyone has, of course, a treasury in crypto and a bit in fiat. And most of them have self-custody in crypto because they don't trust the banks. And they have a minimum, let's say, volume of bank currency for daily fiat payment. Last point. Oh, sorry. Stablecoin and self-custody can help us regarding emerging market risk. Why do I mean by this? One of the major risks when you do business in an emerging market is capital control. So we have a statistic here, according to the IATA Association, so the International Air Transport Association, the airlines are waiting to repatriate something like $6 billion for 30 countries. Means that capital control in emerging markets are imposed by the governments because those transactions occur in the banking system and the government has the control over the banking system and can make sure that the capital remain in the country. I don't know how many of you here today make business with China, but if you ever make turnover in China, good luck to make a withdrawal to another country. Now, stablecoins, one more time, and self-custody can help corporate treasurers to move their money in and out in local currency to a foreign currency in a click while still benefiting for making business in these emerging markets. So, as a conclusion, self-custody and stablecoin are, for us, from what we observe, the beginning of revolution in how enterprise work. If you want to be part of this future, you can join the hundreds of teams that are using request finance. Funny fact, we managed to create a club of the Web3 CFOs that was originally a Telegram group of 15 CFOs that were we created to communicate with each other. Nowadays, this Web3 CFO club is composed of 650 members in a year. 650 founders and CFOs are now sharing best practices. Yes, thank you. I invite you to look at the Web3 CFO guide here, which is a report about the financial stack for Web3 organizations that has been written by Request Finance and their customers, so the CFOs of the industry. And you have the link here for the Web3 CFO Club. If the CFO of your company wants to join, you can send an application here. Thank you very much. Question and answers, we have 4 minutes, I guess. You had a question, no? Yeah, go ahead.
Can you just tell us a little bit about what Request does?
Request?
Request, yeah.
Okay. So Request, we power B2B transaction with like an invoicing solution that like most of the biggest companies in Web3 use. So we have 2,500 organizations using us, including vendor, contractors, individual, but also like company like Aave, Maker, The Graph, Sandbox, like everyone. And basically it's the build.com for crypto that like everyone uses for simplifying their daily spend management and compliance because like no one really wants to go to jail, so it's better if you document every single disbursement. Other question? Okay, thank you very much.